You ever wonder what happens to the mutants who don't make it into Xavier's school? The ones whose powers aren't flashy enough for the comics? Well, today I'm going to tell you about the mutant with the deadliest power in Marvel history, and why you probably never heard of him. How's it going? My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about a story that Marvel doesn't like to talk about too much. It's not part of any major storyline, but it might be one of the most brutal mutant tales ever told. Trust me when I say the way this story ends is just going to change how you look at the X-Men universe as a whole. So we all know mutants in the Marvel universe are basically genetic lottery winners, or losers. Like, depending on how you look at it. Your genes decide whether you become someone like Storm, controlling the weather, having godly powers, or like Beak, with a beak. He just has a fucking beak. That's it. Most mutant stories focus on the ones with cool powers and the ones who join teams. But what about the ones who just can't? The ones with mutations that are so dangerous they can't be around other people. The story starts out with a normal morning. Just a teenage boy getting ready for school. Nothing special about him. He's annoyed his mom is bugging him about chores, so he's rushing to get his homework done. You know, normal kid stuff. But then something weird happens. He's calling out for his mom, but she's not answering. He looks around the house and finds her clothes lying on the floor, empty, almost like she vanished inside them. Freaked out, but not sure what to do, he heads to school. But the streets are weirdly quiet. There's a dog collar on the ground, but no dog. Then he sees some people in the distance and is relieved for a second. But as he gets closer to them, something horrifying happens. They start turning to ash right in front of him, just crumbling away. By the time he gets to school, he's in full panic mode. He finds his girlfriend, tries to talk to her, and then watches in horror as everyone around him, teachers, students, his girlfriend, all disintegrate into nothing. The kid is completely alone now. Everyone he gets close to dies instantly, and he has no idea why. Fast forward a bit, and the kid is hiding out in the cave. He's been surviving on McDonald's that he grabbed from an empty restaurant. He figured out that he's killing people somehow, but he doesn't understand what's happening to him. So while the kid is hiding in this cave, someone enters. It's Wolverine, just casually walking in with a match for light. The boy screams at him to get out because he's gonna die if he stays. But Wolverine doesn't die. Instead, he hands the terrified kid a beer and he sits down. The kid is shocked. This is the first person who hasn't turned into dust around him. Wolverine explains that his healing factor is keeping him alive. His cells are dying, but regenerating just as fast. Then, he drops the bomb. Professor X sent him because he detected a new mutant signature, followed by a massive death toll. The boy asks the question he's been afraid to know the answer to this entire time. How many people did he kill? Wolverine doesn't sugarcoat it. 265 people. At least. Then, Wolverine explains what happened. The kid hit puberty the night before and he kills all organic matter around him. Plants, animals, people, they all die when they get close to him, and there's no controlling it. Wolverine puts it, it's just bad fucking luck. A bad roll of the genetic dice. The boy starts to process this. He can't go to school, can't be near anyone ever again, and he starts to realize the real reason why Wolverine is there. The kid understands that he can't live like this, and Wolverine confirms that if anyone found out a mutant killed 265 people in one day, it would be disaster for all the mutants and society. The boy starts talking about all the normal things he'll never get to do now, all the life experiences that he'll miss, college, road trips, dating, all gone because of one genetic quirk. Then he asks this heartbreaking question. So like, one chromosome or whatever to the left, and I would have maybe been one of the X-Men? Wolverine just says, maybe, kid. Maybe. And that's the thing that gets me about this story. Most mutant stories are about overcoming challenges, finding your place. But this is about a kid who never gets that chance. His story ends before it even begins. After a moment, the boy just says, do it. And the next panel is just Wolverine walking out of the cave alone. What I love about this story is how it shows another side of the X-Men universe that we don't really see too often. It brings a whole new perspective because for every Cyclops or Jean Grey, there are mutants like this kid. The ones who don't get the cool costumes or the code names. The ones whose powers are just wrong. If you like this video, check out this one right here, or check out my full playlist.